Here's a secret diet plan Koreans don't share. Ladies, did you know that Koreans actually have a secret diet plan they always go back to in January? Literally, the secret diet plan makes you 100% lose 10 to 20 pounds and keep it off for a year. It's so effective because it was created by an actual doctor in Korea. The doctor designed it to fix your body's two core problems, which are metabolism and gut health. And once those are healed, the weight drops like crazy and it stays off. Now, this plan is intense, but it's only for 4 weeks and you won't need to diet for the rest of the year. Here is the full plan. Week 1. This week is the most difficult, but it gets easier. You do no carb days for 3 days, no bread, no rice, and no pasta. And no potatoes. This breaks your addiction to carbs and resets your metabolism. And during these 3 days, you drink protein shakes 4 times a day. If you don't like shakes, have zero carbs foods like tofu and Greek yogurt instead. Whenever you feel hungry, drink shakes immediately. Don't starve yourself, and from day 4, you add 1 clean meal and keep drinking 3 protein shakes. Week 2. This is when you see it and your face looks snatched and your skin is glowing. And this week, 2 no carb days. On the other days, eat 2 clean meals and have 2 protein shakes. Week 3, you're almost done. This week, just 1 no carb day. On the other days, have 3 clean meals and 1 protein shake. Your gut and metabolism are now healed. Now you're just maintaining your new body. 1 no carb day per week, normal meals otherwise. Now, this is just the overview. There are so many important details I couldn't cover, like the allowed foods during no carb day, the macros, and the workouts for each week. Without those, you can really mess up. So if you're serious about trying this, get the official Glow Diet app. It builds a complete personal plan for you day by day. Comment Glow Diet and I'll DM you the app link.
Okay, let me just see. This is lose 10 kilograms in a month. That's like 20 pounds in 1 month. That's like a really effective extreme diet. I can't even imagine going without carbs. I love carbs so much. You see the kind of gifts that people send me actually have carbs. The promise of dropping weight fast is everywhere, especially as the holidays come to an end. How many times have you been tempted by headlines like these or videos like these that promise to help you lose 10 kilograms in 1 month? How many times have you been tempted by a miracle weight loss cure like this one that will help you lose 10 kilograms in 1 month and keep it off for a whole year? The truth is that as much as I had fun with that video, we are naturally drawn to quick fixes. We live in a world of instant gratification. And when we decide to lose the weight, we want to lose it right now. We want to lose those 10 kilograms in 1 month. And as I will show in this video, any fad diet and programs capitalize on this desire. That's why she'll tell you that she has a Glow Diet app that will help you lose weight in just 1 month, 10 kilograms in 1 month. Many programs are designed to capitalize on this need for instant gratification. They promise incredible and very fast results, but while these results are very exciting, they hide a very harsh reality. The truth is that when we pursue weight loss in this very fast and extreme way, we set ourselves up for disappointment. And the infamous yo-yo cycle that we have all come to know, we all know that come the new year, people start making their new year resolutions. They want to lose weight and they get on these weight loss programs that are designed to help them lose weight very fast. But at the end of the year, they have regained that weight, and come the start of the new year, they start this yo-yo cycle again. They're always going up and down with their weight. But the issue is not just the yo-yo cycle. Extreme and fast weight loss diets also set us up for health issues. As we are about to explore in this video, the story behind successful and lasting weight loss is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And it goes beyond just seeing the numbers on the scale drop quickly. Hello everyone, happy Monday. You know the drill around here. When the new week comes around, it's time for us to debunk yet another common yet harmful weight loss myth. For those of you who are new here, I'm Daisy, aka D, and I'm a diet coach who helps women lose weight through simple yet sustainable methods. And today our weight loss myth is losing weight fast is much better than gradual weight loss. And that's why we have things like the Glow Diet app. As usual, to help you navigate this video much easier, I will break it down into several sections. I will also include videos that I found on TikTok on fast weight loss tips. This will help us get down to the roots of this myth and determine whether there is any truth to it. And if you can hear any construction noise going on, it's because there is welding going on upstairs. And I thought of waiting before I made this video, but this will be continuing for a while. So we'll work with the noise as it is. So let us dive into why this myth is so common, why science says that gradual weight loss is the key to sustainable weight loss, and what the right and sustainable way to lose weight looks like. Let's get started. Let us start with why the idea of fast weight loss has so much power. So much so that people think that if they're not losing 5 pounds of weight a week, then they are failing. Or they are doing something wrong and there is something else that's out there that's going to help them drop those kilos or pounds very fast. But first, let's check out this really funny video I saw on TikTok the other day. I'm going to include so many TikTok videos. I like TikTok. It's a really interesting goldmine when it comes to people's perceptions on weight, like I showed in my other video. And if you missed it, you can check out the playlist. We were talking about obesity and willpower, and there was this coach who thought that if you can avoid smelling people who you think look good, then you can also avoid eating food. Yes, that was on TikTok. That's why I go to TikTok to find videos. And now let's see what I found this week.
I lost 20 pounds in a week. Ask me how.
This is the fruit punch. This is the same tea.
So you put in a half a thing of water?
8 ounces.
Oh, okay.
So So this is the same tea I lost 20 pounds
Yeah.
on. I do 2. Because you take it twice a day. I get it over with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all you do is mix in water. A lot of people say, can I drink it hot? Drink it cold. Drink it how you want to drink it. Some people pour it in smoothies. You know, some people make smoothies with it. Some people drink it with hot tea. And some people drink it with cold tea. I'm a busy mom. I ain't got time to warm it up every day. I just, you know, this is for her. This is yours.
All right, thank you.
This is a taste test. We just want to see how she reacts to the flavor.
Oh, I taste like Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Like fruit punch?
And your turn. Let's go.
Yeah, it's not nasty at all.
And this is the detox. It's going to clean out your small intestine, your large intestine. Can you drink that every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taste test is delicious.
Okay, so this powder which you mix with your drink is supposed to help you lose 20 pounds in 1 week. It's even better than the Korean diet plan that we started with. So let's see what people have to say about this. So QDT Blog Media asks, how? I'm also really curious about how this works. So the creator replies, so this is a detox. It cleans your organs, both intestines, your blood, so your body gets a complete flush. It also curbs your appetite. I think she means it curbs your appetite so that you're not as hungry and you don't eat as much. And Blue comes in and says, yep, works. You really lose a pound a day. What? But if you're losing a pound a day, then in 1 week you'll have lost 7 pounds. This is supposed to help you lose 20 pounds in 1 week. You're supposed to lose about 3 pounds a day. Yeah. So those are the kinds of diets that are out there. So why will people be willing to order such a detox drink? Let's start with the instant gratification mindset. We are hardwired to prefer immediate results. When you start a diet, seeing the scale drop dramatically in the first week is really inspiring. You feel like you're really achieving what you really want to do. You can see that you're losing weight. So it provides you with that first dose of success. You feel that you're really getting closer to your goal. And this immediate feedback reinforces the idea that the faster the weight loss, then the better the plan. Because truth be told, it is hard to stay motivated when the scale only moves a little. Even if that change is more meaningful, even if that small change is more meaningful to you in the long term, it's really hard to stay motivated if you cannot see that big jump. Besides instant gratification, let's talk about the pressure of the event. This is something that you have probably dealt with at one point in your life. And to show you how this works, I'll show you a video of a lady who's advising brides on what to do so that they can lose pounds before their big day.
If I was getting married in 2 weeks and had to lose 10 pounds, here's exactly what I would do. This works for all of my bride clients who need to lose weight quickly without fad diets and without cardio. Fuck the stair stepper, fuck calorie counting. This is what you do instead. First things first, start your day with some water, not coffee. Not coffee. Massive cup of water, make it hot to get your bowels moving, if you know what I'm saying. Put a pinch of lemon and sea salt in there. Why? Electrolytes. This is going to help your body get what it needs before you even start your day. Number 2, I would get outside for a walk in the sunshine. I would have my actual eyeballs looking at the sun, not a phone screen. Coffee comes after breakfast. After breakfast. For breakfast, smoothie, blueberries, spinach, vanilla pea protein, and some kind of fat, maybe some nut butter, 1 tablespoon, or maybe some nuts or seeds. I would walk 60 to 90 minutes every day and lift weights. Pilates is also fine. I would take stress buffering vitamins to keep my cortisol down. A couple things, B vitamins, ashwagandha, zinc, vitamin C. I would get to bed before 10 p.m. and sleep 8 hours every night. If I couldn't fall asleep, I would take 5-HTP, GABA, and melatonin. If you don't know what the fuck those are, jump over to my Instagram and get the free ebook. I would eat real whole foods, no chemicals, no bullshit out of a package. I would eat protein, vegetable, high quality meats, and healthy carbs like sweet potatoes. Kitchen would be closed at 7 p.m. and I would make sure that I'm not eating many carbs at night. All the carbs are gonna come at lunch. A lot of salads, a lot of dressings with olive oil to help me keep me satiated. Pro tip, olive oil serves kind of like a GLP-1, so instead of taking Ozempic, just have a tablespoon of olive oil, babe. This will help keep my hormones balanced and help me release toxins so that I'm not feeling puffy for my wedding day and can lose weight very quickly. If you want the full guide of how to do this, jump over to my IG, LANKNBIO. I have the full hormonal weight loss guide for all my brides. I also have a boot camp exclusively for brides launching in mid-March if you want to lose weight and get the exact proven protocol of how to do it.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. The thing that really stood out to me was the fact that she said that she will start working out 60 to 90 minutes a day. And I'm thinking, if you're a bride to be and you have not been working out, exactly how will you make it to 60 to 90 minutes a day? Okay, most of her points are good. The part where she says that she will sleep at least 8 hours a day, she will eat more unprocessed foods, go out for walks in the sun, those are things that I can get behind. Those are things that are good for your overall health. They might not necessarily help you lose weight, but they are good for your health. Now, as for the weight loss part, I don't know if this will actually help you lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds in 1 week, because at the end of the day, it comes down to calories in versus calories out. And if you're still eating more than you're expending, then you will end up either gaining weight or even maintaining your current weight, getting into a calorie deficit. As much as she said you need to FUCK, the calorie counters, you do need to think about the calories in versus calories out. So did people take this bridal advice? Let's look at the comments that were left behind. The first one is by Eloisa on the run. Maybe she can get that 60 to 90 minutes of exercise plus strength training because she is on the run. Okay, I hope she's not actually escaping. She's like running. Yeah. So 20 in 2 weeks is insane. I agree. And we have Treasure Me 172 who says thank you. Dexy says, what's her name? What if you don't like the taste of oil? Yeah, the whole olive oil is GLP-1. Have a tablespoon of olive oil and you don't need Ozempic. Okay, let's just skip on to the next one. Queen Celeste says, just got engaged and want to go from 240 to 170 by next year. Pray for me. Oh yeah, we will, because that's a really big goal. As this video showcases, many people decide to lose weight for a specific event. It can be a wedding, a beach vacation, a high school reunion, and so on. Events create an intense and very short deadline. And if you only have a few weeks or a few months to this very big event, whether that's your best friend's wedding, whether it's your high school graduation, whether it's your birthday party, a plan that promises you a slow rate of weight loss does not sound as appealing as one that promises you a dramatic transformation by the end of the deadline. And because of this external pressure that we face whenever we are dealing with an event that's around the corner, we feel the need to rely on crash diets and extreme measures. Number 3, let's talk about how we misinterpret water loss for weight loss. And this is something that happens. In the first video where she was talking about the glow diet, she kept talking about no carbs. Don't do carbs for 3 days on week 1, don't do carbs on week 2, maybe for 2 days. The reason that people go for these no carb diets is because they result in their highest amount of water weight loss. The truth is that when people cut back drastically on their carbs or their calories, especially the carbs, they often see this really huge weight loss in the first few days. But this is not weight loss, it's primarily water weight loss. It's because in this state, in this calorie deficit, your body starts using up the stored up carbohydrates. And these are often bound to water. And this results in water weight loss. So when people see this initial weight loss that's very fast, maybe it's 5 or 10 pounds in 1 week, they start thinking that this is the same rate that they're going to see throughout their weight loss journey. So if I lost 5 pounds in week 1, then by the end of the month, they can lose 20 pounds, right? But this doesn't happen. And when the weight loss finally slows down because they're not losing as much water weight as before, they start feeling discouraged. They start thinking that they have failed yet another diet. But the truth is that that's when the fat loss has actually begun. So if they start pulling back during this period when they're not seeing this very fast weight loss, then they actually deny themselves the opportunity to lose the real fat. And number 4, we have to talk about the marketing of fat diets, because this is something that we're going to see a lot of. For at least the first 2 months of 2026, we'll have all these diets, yes, coming up. The diet industry makes billions of dollars by promising very fast weight loss transformations. And here's a good example of that promise. And we're going to go back to the glow diet that we saw in video number 1. She makes very many videos on how to lose weight, and I couldn't help but choose another one of her videos because it appeared on my For You page, and I realized, oh, I've seen this lady before. Oh yeah, she's the one with the secret Korean diet plan. And now she has a glow diet for us. Let's see what it is.
How to lose 30 pounds in 1 month with a Korean doctor's diet plan. If you don't see results in 3 days, unfollow me. This is the glow diet created by a doctor in Korea. It works 100% of the time because it doesn't just cut food. The doctor decided to do what other diets can't. Fix your metabolism at the core. And that's the reason you store fat. Once it's repaired, the weight falls off naturally and it stays off for good. Now, this plan is not easy, but that's because it's designed to reset everything. Week 1. This is the hardest part, but it's what makes everything work. You do a carb fast for 3 days. That means cutting all rice, bread, pasta, and sugar. You'll drink a protein shake 4 times a day. If you get hungry, snack on green veggies or sugar-free Greek yogurt. After 3 days, you add 1 clean meal and continue with 3 shakes for the rest of the week. Week 2. This is when people start noticing. Your face looks slimmer, your stomach is flatter, your clothes fit different. This week, you do 2 carb fast days spread apart. On the other days, you eat 2 clean meals and have 2 protein shakes. Again, whenever you feel hungry, snack on allowed foods. The key is not to starve. Week 3. By now, you've lost at least 10 to 20 pounds. The hard part is behind you. This week, just 1 carb fast day. On the other days, you're eating 3 clean meals with only 1 protein shake. Week 4 and on, now you're going to maintain it. Keep doing 1 carb fast day per week, and otherwise you're back to 3 normal meals. Now, there's so much more I couldn't cover, like the macros, meal lists, and workouts. It's just too much to cover in this video. Good news is that the Glow Diet app has everything laid out, step by step. If you want to try it, comment Glow Diet, and I'll DM you the app link.
If you noticed that my face changed during the video, it's because I don't watch these videos beforehand. And at some point, it started sounding so familiar to the first video that we watched. And I was like, this sounds like a repetition of the secret Korean diet plan. But I see there were some things that changed, because this time she didn't just say that your face looks snatched. She also said that your clothes will fit a bit looser, which is great. It's the same plan. It's the same advice that's leading you back to this Glow Diet app. But in this case, it's packaged just a little differently. But it's the same thing. But this time you're losing 30 pounds in 1 month. And the other time you were going to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, I guess. Let me just check. What were we losing last time? Last time we were losing 20 pounds in 1 month. So this one is a bit more. The second one is a bit more extreme. Okay, that's it. Let's see what people thought of these. Mary says, girls, I did it, and in 1 week I lost 2 kilograms. Yay! And then Lizzie says, Glow Diet, so that she can get the link to the app. And then the next one says, trying right now, and then not leaving cells saving for when I care again. I hope they are okay. Okay, now that said, headlines like these are very, very convincing. When you see things like melt fat overnight or the 3-day detox, these are not by chance. These have been designed to capture your attention and promise you the fast results that most people want, because most people don't want to get on this lifestyle change where they care about how much they are moving or what they are eating for the rest of their lives. They want something that's fast. They want to lose those kilograms, those pounds right now. And the diet industry understands this, so they come up with very, very catchy headlines that will promise people the results that they want to see. And they rarely focus on sustainable lifestyle changes, because a quick fix is the easiest way to guarantee that you'll have repeat customers. If your customers have to come back to you year after year because they keep regaining the weight that they have lost, then that's a very sure source of income, because they'll come back. And that's from the marketer's side. But from the consumer's perspective, you don't really see that. What you see is this program that's designed to give you the results that you want here and now, and you don't really understand that for them it's a numbers game. The more people who keep coming back, the more money that they make, and that's why they'll keep saying you can lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, because they know you'll lose it and then you'll regain it, and then you'll have to go back and get another program from them. As I have covered in previous videos, weight loss myths do not exist in a vacuum. These are beliefs that sound rational, but they fail when you look at the human body's complex biology. If your goal is to lose fat and keep it off, speed is actually your enemy. And this is why science supports a more gradual approach, and I'll explain this in a few points. First, let's talk about the metabolism slowdown, also known as adaptive thermogenesis. But before we get into that, I came across this video of a doctor sharing her weight loss journey on TikTok. So let's see what her experience has been. I didn't watch the video. Like for all the other videos, I don't really watch the videos. I just look at the first few seconds and then I decide if I'm going to react to it. So let's see.
What I did differently to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. I started with my gut. But before I tell you what I did, let me tell you what I was doing. First of all, my diet's been pretty clean for decades now, and I've had phases in my life where I've done elimination diets, so sugar and dairy and gluten. I've regularly eaten fermented foods, and I've taken probiotics. I've also done stool testing, which is fun, with nothing super remarkable in the results. So what I did differently was a coordinated, aggressive attack on those bad gut bugs, along with a full-fledged detox and that clean diet. This is what's involved in phase 1 of my program, and let's just say my system was really well and cleared out by the end of phase 1. Now, not everyone has this strong response to the protocol. We all have a super unique microbiome, kind of like a fingerprint. But I'm confident that the fact that we start with the gut in this program is one of the reasons why it's so successful. And if you feel like you've tried everything and you're still struggling to lose weight, this could be why.
I mean, if someone has tried everything and is still not losing weight, they will have to be like this unicorn when it comes to weight loss, because at the end of the day, as much as, yes, all my videos are about debunking weight loss myths, and I have said that not all calories are equal. And I have said that it doesn't just take willpower to lose weight, because there are hormonal and emotional factors to consider. But at the end of the day, it always comes back to calories in versus calories out. Even if you fix your diet, even if you fix your gut microbiome, if you make it healthier, you introduce better bacteria, you take your prebiotics and your probiotics, even if you do all those things, if you're still eating more calories than your body needs, then you will not lose weight. It doesn't really matter. But yes, if you can do this program with her protocol, and I don't know if people keep on doing detox diets, because unless your liver and kidneys are not working, you don't really need a detox. But that said, if you can do this program with her and better your gut microbiome, then it doesn't mean that you'll lose weight. It still comes back down to calories in versus calories out. And she didn't really offer much context as to what she did, because she said that she cleaned up her diet, she went on a detox, but yeah, at some point she must have been on a calorie deficit for this to work. Now let's look at some of the comments on this. Lisa asks, what's the detox? Joanna Hawara is interested. She says, please let us know the way. Yeah, and then other people want her to share. People are interested, because if you can lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks by doing this protocol, then that's really exciting. But the truth is that when it comes down to adaptive thermogenesis, your body is programmed for survival, and rapid weight loss is seen as starvation or a threat. When you crash diet and you create a massive calorie deficit, your body adapts by slowing down your metabolism. That is through a process called adaptive thermogenesis. It is your body's way of conserving energy. And as a result, you start becoming more of an efficient machine where you need fewer calories to function. You feel like your energy levels are low, you don't feel as active anymore, you feel like you need to take more naps, you feel like you need to snack more, you just don't feel like yourself, because your body is trying to turn you into a couch potato so that you can conserve more energy, because your body has changed. And this makes continued weight loss much harder, and it sets the stage for rapid weight regain once you return to normal eating. And that is a key part of the weight loss yo-yo cycle, because people have to deal with this part where they go into calorie deficits, and then their bodies start getting into this phase where they are low on energy, and then they start feeling like they need to overcompensate for that, so that they start eating more and moving less, and then they gain weight, and then now they need another program to bring their weight back down. And then now we have to talk about the loss of muscle mass. So what really happens to your body when you lose weight very fast? Here's a video that shocked me. Oh yes, on TikTok.
Because you know in a moment they could all...
Yeah, she lost 80 pounds in 30 days. 80 pounds in 30 days. Forget the previous Korean diet where you are going to lose 20 pounds in, what, 2 weeks? A month? She lost 80 pounds in 30 days. And the truth is that when you lose weight too quickly, especially without adequate protein intake and resistance training, a significant portion of the weight lost is not just fat, it is your muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active, which means it burns more calories at rest than fat does. When you lose more muscle mass, you contribute to the metabolic slowdown that I mentioned before. Your adaptive thermogenesis becomes even more pronounced if you're losing muscle, because you're losing muscle which is more metabolically active than fat, and that puts you in a state where you're going to have a much harder time to maintain your weight loss or even your new weight. But with sustainable weight loss, you'll see that the focus is not usually on losing weight fast. In fact, it's usually on maintaining muscle mass and also building more muscle, so that when you finally get to your new weight, you'll be able to maintain it and you'll not be dealing with the effects of adaptive thermogenesis, you know, the negative ones, the loss of muscle. And that we have to talk about nutritional deficiencies and the health risks that come with a very fast weight loss rate. Extreme diets that often promise fast results are usually very restrictive. They eliminate entire food groups or they drastically cut overall calories. Like the GLOW diet plan that we saw in videos 1 and 4, the idea here is to eliminate an entire food group. You eliminate carbs for 3 days in the first week, you eliminate carbs in the following weeks for specific amounts of time. And these are not the only diets that call for complete elimination of food groups. And diets like this can lead to nutritional deficiencies. They leave you low on vital vitamins, minerals, and fiber. And in the short term, rapid weight loss, this fast weight loss can also increase your risk for gallstones, electrolyte imbalances, and severe fatigue. Healthier weight loss is achieved by a slight calorie deficit alongside a varied and nutrient-dense diet. And finally, we have to talk about the non-sustainable weight loss mindset. When you pursue this fast weight loss, you often engage in extreme behaviors that are just not practical for everyday life. And I'll show you an example.
I don't like to make my whole entire page about losing weight or eating no sugar, but it is super popular right now on the internet, and it is like one of the most searched things on TikTok. Get right into it. The first thing is 5 to 10,000 steps a day. That is all I did with working out. Like, I think I did Pilates once or twice a week if I felt like it, but other than that, it was just walking. And sometimes I would even do less than 5,000 steps a day. And the second thing is cutting out all added sugars. I did it for 2 months, and then this was my transformation that I had. I don't weigh myself, so I don't know how much I lost, but I clearly had some sort of transformation. I lost a lot of bloating. I'm constipated, and it like cleared up my constipation so much. It helped me so much. So if you struggle with that too, it is very, very helpful. So that's what I did. That's all it took. In 6 weeks, I had that transformation. If you're looking to lose weight or at least slim down, feel better about yourself in a month, that's what I did, and hopefully it helps you. And obviously, if you know who I am, you've heard this like 100 times. But if you don't, hopefully that's something you can try and it might help.
Karena says, I needed to hear 5 to 10K steps because I have been feeling so bad for not hitting 10K. And yes, actually the whole 10K steps thing was a marketing ploy, or should I call it that? Because in reality, it's not 10,000 steps for everyone. In fact, there have been studies that have been done that have shown that 7,000 steps are just as effective, and 10,000 is just not for everyone, but it's much easier to market 10,000 steps. And then we have Tarij, who says, I feel like most things have added sugar though, so yeah, going no sugar is actually very tricky. And then we have Hannah, who asks, did you ever break the no added sugar? And then Bracy Eston says, I think it also depends on how much sugar you eat originally, which I agree to because I don't really eat sugar. Yeah, I know I showed you my Christmas package, but I'm not really much of a sugar eating person. Like in terms of processed sugars, I mostly eat unprocessed food. So even if I did this no sugar diet, there will be no change. Yeah. And then unless we're also saying that you're going to eliminate fructose, which will be insane. And then we have Maddie, who wants what you eat in a day. ML, who asks, did you eat fruits? I hope she did because there's nothing wrong with the sugar in fruits. And then Michael says, I'm trying to hit my end of year goal. Well, good luck with that, Michael. But you see, with this diet, you just come up with these impractical ways of living. Okay, for me, doing no sugar is actually kind of in line with my lifestyle. But for someone who usually maybe like eats a lot of sugar, going no sugar is not going to be practical for them. They can do it maybe for 2 weeks or a month or even 2 months. But then what happens after that? With these fad diets, you don't really learn to manage stress eating, you don't learn to navigate social situations, you don't even learn how to prepare healthy meals in a sustainable way. You're simply on a diet that has an expiration date. And gradual weight loss focuses on building habits that you can maintain for life, which ensures that you can actually keep the weight off once you have lost it. Again, it's a lifestyle. If you can't really do something forever, then even if you do start it, it's not really going to help you, is it? Because you'll get back to doing the same things you've been doing. You have to change the way you live if you want to pursue health. Understanding that fast weight loss is counterproductive to long-term success is the first step towards a healthier journey. This knowledge helps us shift our focus from the scale to our habits and consistency. But if speed is out, then what is the ideal and sustainable goal? The scientific consensus is that a healthy and sustainable rate of weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week, which averages 0.5 kilograms to 1 kilogram per week, which definitely is not in line with the videos that we have been seeing where people are trying to lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month. Now, in this section, I will share the 3 strategies that I use in my Better in 90 program to ensure this healthy and gradual progress. Number 1 is that we prioritize consistency over intensity. Instead of aiming for an all or nothing approach, we aim for a small and consistent calorie deficit and realistic activity levels. I'm not going to say that if you've not been working out, then you need to do 60 to 90 minutes of walking and then couple that with strength training when you've been sedentary for years. No, you need to come up with a very sustainable goal. And it is much better for you to eat 300 fewer calories than your body needs every single day for a year than to starve yourself for 2 weeks and then start binging. Consistency builds momentum and it turns your behaviors into automatic habits. In this case, I would advise you to focus on 80% compliance with your plan, and then 20% you can just leave it free. And then when it comes to your calorie deficit, just focus on 80% your diet and then 20% your activity, because as I said, you cannot really outrun your crumble cookies, can you? No, you cannot. And then we have to focus on habit stacking and not extreme restriction, which is our second point, because sustainable weight loss is about adding healthy habits and not just removing enjoyable foods. You need to start small. Perhaps you can commit to drinking a full glass of water before every meal, which will be your first habit, and then you can start adding a serving of vegetables to your dinner, which will be your second habit. These manageable and small changes do not trigger your body's starvation response, they don't cause the mental fatigue that comes from extreme restriction, and they help you build habits that you can stick to in the future. And this stack up over time to create a massive and long-lasting result, which is much better than going fast and not building habits that you can sustain in the future. And number 3, you measure your success by your non-scale victories. I liked the last video where the lady was talking about her no-sugar diet, but she says that she does not actually measure, she does not weigh herself. I do weigh myself and I don't have a problem with the scale, and I do have clients who don't have a problem with the scale, but there are people who do not have a good relationship with the scale. And for them, I advise them to look for non-scale victories. So what does this look like? When you lose your weight gradually, your scale moves slowly, but your body is still transforming in other ways that you might not actually see. So you need to shift your focus away from the number of the scale and you look at your non-scale victories. And these are things like, are your clothes fitting looser? Are you sleeping better? Do you have more energy? Can you walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded? These are the real and tangible signs that your new habits are working, and they are far more motivating than a fleeting number on a scale. They prove that you're getting healthier and not just lighter, and for people who do not have a good relationship with the scale, this can actually be very motivational. So there you have it. The myth that losing weight quickly is better is rooted in our desire for instant results, but the science is clear. Gradual weight loss is the only path to sustainable and long-term health. Instead of fighting your body with crash diets, you need to work with it. It is not about giving up on your goals. It is about coming up with simple and practical strategies that prioritize consistency, muscle preservation, and a healthy metabolism. If you are ready to stop chasing quick fixes that lead to weight regain over time, I invite you to check out my Better in 90 program. It has been designed to help you build the consistent and manageable habits that lead to a healthy weight loss rate of about 1 to 2 pounds of fat loss per week, which is about half a kilogram to 1 kilogram a week. And it has also been designed to help you create a sustainable lifestyle that honors your individual needs. If you would like to explore the program more, you can check out the link in the description below. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button. And if you're new, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you do not miss our next myth-busting Monday. Until next time, take care. And remember, the success of your weight loss journey is not determined by the speed at which you achieve your weight loss goal, but instead it is determined by the consistency with which you continue down this road. See you next Monday, and thank you for being part of this video.